Hey, what's up everyone? This is Josh from Scouts Honor Media Company. Direct the video for Shai Linne's Be Glorified, and we are about to kind of walk through some of the behind the scenes making of the video. Essentially the video has two themes that we've tried to carry on throughout. So initially when we started talking about doing a video for this song, the idea was to challenge stereotypes of what an urban male Christian looks like. And so for us, that actually raised the question of, well, who has these stereotypes and what are they? And so it's fairly easy to question the stereotypes of, outsiders, but it was more interesting to say, well, what are our stereotypes and how can we make a video that challenges our own? So that's where we came up with the homeless man, the single teenage mother, and then the more average street cat who's dealing with addiction. And for us, those characters just seem more interesting rather than the average Christian video that usually shows everything wrapped up very nice and neatly, and it doesn't really push on some of those things that make us uncomfortable. So we wanted to explore that and acknowledge that there are people out there that do identify with those realities and find themselves caught up in situations they don't necessarily want to be in, yet they are actually Christians. And that comes to tying it together with the theme of the song, which is Be Glorified, Lord. People finding themselves in a position of being surrounded by an environment where they are in disagreement with what they see, they're burdened by it, yet they feel that there's nothing they can do. And so they find themselves limited and their hands are tied, and they can only cry out to the Lord and say, you know what, just as the song references says, is that, Lord, let me cast my burdens on you, trusting that one day you'll make everything right. And I don't have to be responsible to change this environment, yet I'm called to live in the midst of it, be faithful to you, have faith and trust that one day, at the final day, you'll come back and make everything right that I can't make right, yet yearn to see redeemed and corrected the way you want it to. So we started the day at Adam's house and went over all of the things we needed to get together for that day. Going over the props.
We got 5 dice, hood certified. We got clock.
Everything you need to make a rap video.
Everything you need to make a rap video.
So as some of you may know, this is Shai Linne's first music video, which we are very grateful that he would let us do that and let us be a part of that process. And because of that, we wanted to make something that, was special and creative and suited somebody such as Shai Linne, who's not the typical rapper by any stretch of the imagination.
Music video director or almost main book. Here we got Malcolm X glasses.
So you see those shoes there and these clothes. These are for the homeless man. Essentially, I went to a thrift store and bought as many mismatched and baggy clothes as I could find, and then we got them together and figured out what worked. The shoes I intentionally bought about a size too small, and this was just to help him get into that character of feeling like he's just making do with whatever he can find.
I was this big before I got on Jenny Craig.
Adam was enjoying that, obviously. Now we are at the location of where the video takes place, and we decided to shoot this video all in one take as a way to thread everything together and to make it a little more theatrical, as if we were compressing the events that might happen over the course of a person's life into a few minutes. And so all of the highlights that someone might, think of in their life, or the things they've seen, and things that happen to you, we wanted just to happen relatively quickly. So because of that, we had to block where everything would happen, and so Adam's marking on the street what things should happen where. And so as we're shooting the video, we keep track of it based on our timesheet and have the characters line up at the appropriate place at the right time. That way, as we're going through the video, we know if if things are happening appropriately, and it's helping us to keep track.
Right. Which would be like 10 feet this way from
Maybe, yeah.
the B-boys.
So we created this sheet which had everything broken down in 4-bar segments, and we had the time of the song and the lyrics, and then we had characters and the location.
Be in a music video?
No.
What? No. Come on, man.
I got the outstanding award, don't you?
Oh yeah. All right.
Another thing we wanted to do was to have all of the titles, the name of the song, Shai's name, the credits, actually be a part of the physical environment as opposed to using computer-generated graphics or traditional titles to overlay the screen. So this is Adam putting the title on this on the playground, and it's going to be made to look like a girl was drawing it with sidewalk chalk. This is us taking the extras and the crew through and explaining what was going to happen. And we had about, I would say about 40 people involved, which was a lot to manage. And we only had about 2 hours to shoot this thing. So this is the initial walkthrough with everyone and trying to explain, hey, this is what's going to happen here, and getting everyone prepped for that. Once we did the initial walkthrough, Adam and I split up and took each main character and tried to practice with them because, again, this was their first time seeing where it was going to happen. So we isolated each part of the video, focused on it, rehearsed it, and got it down so that it made it easier to put all the pieces together.
I'm tracking him backwards until I get to a break in the car so I can come back.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah.
So then I'm in front of him.
That's fine. Yeah, I pretty much wanted you to swing around and be in front of him almost the whole time.
Okay, great. So I'll be in front of him until I get to the end of the car.
It's Tom Wills, the Steadicam operator, and he did a fantastic job manning the camera. And this is us just kind of working through each character and talking about different things that were happening.
The thing here is to be able to read the whole thing. So if you can keep your hand like to the right.
That's 24.
I'm not touching that. Well, we could literally chill.
The focus ring's going nuts.
There's Mr. Shai Linne, aka the Soli Deo Gloria fella. And these are some initial walkthroughs just with the crew and trying to piece everything together to work on now the transitions. Have the break free crew involved, dope B-boys. Just some more walkthrough and practice runs.
Now at the very end, in the song, I'm reading the scripture.
Yeah.
Would that be happening at that point? Nothing too big. Yeah, so you can...
Here's Shai directing his audience, aka crowd. We have Jose smoking the fake blunts right here. And here's Shai's part, and he plays actually a small part in the video because the song essentially is 3 singing verses and then a rap verse. Here is part of the title is being blown away because it was a really windy day. And here we're reviewing, I think, the walkthrough that we did and just evaluating what we needed to do differently. So we shot this on the Blackmagic production camera that shoots in 4K, and we actually shot this video sped up. So the video is shot faster than the original song so that when we play it back, it's played back a little bit slow and it has somewhat of a surreal quality to it that again accentuates this surreal landscape that we created. So the original song sounds like this.
Gracious God, please hear I cry.
And the version that we recorded to and performed with sounds like this.
Gracious God, please hear I cry.
So you can see that it's sped up, which means everyone had to perform faster, walk faster, so that when it's slowed down, it'll actually appear as if they're normal and everything else around them appears slowed down. So that was us. We got through the first take and everyone was really excited, but we ended up doing it, I think, about 3 or 4 more times until it got to be this dark, which is where you see Jose.
What's up, Jose? How you feeling out here?
I'm tired of smoking blunts, man.
Yeah. When's the last time you smoked that many blunts?
2002.
Yeah.
Jose's complaining about having to smoke so many cigars, which I don't blame him, but he did a great job, and that's the end of the video, and Shai calls it.
It's a wrap. Literally. You get it? It's a, okay. Bye-bye.
That's it. Appreciate your time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check it out on May 5th. Later.